Hello everyone, I'm TargusM. I have a couple of things to talk about today. Daily living in your third dimensional realm can be, from the linear view, very stressful. Yeah, circumstances can eat up your day and make you feel pulled in every direction. And when you feel like this, you're not in your vibration. You're not at the top of your game. You're letting emotions and events get to you. You out there know who I'm talking to. If you are in this situation, you need to slow down. If you generally want to be happy and not stressed out and letting it get the best of you, then stop. It doesn't matter how important getting there or this happening or grabbing that for them or answering that text or whatever it is maybe happening in your world. It doesn't matter. Stop. Take a deep breath. Put your time on hold. Because what's going to happen is what's going to happen. So I ask you, is it worth it? If you're smart enough to step back and realize that it's not, and we aren't put into this third dimensional world to be pissed off all the time. We're not. It's a circumstance, it's a condition of living in this society created by men that are only alive as long as you and know no more than you. It's a form of control, like anything else. Don't be controlled. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if you're helping your elderly parents slip into the evening of their life. It doesn't matter if you're raising a newborn child. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor at a trauma emergency room and all day long you're sewing up blood, guts, and stitches and wounds. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're a soldier on the battlefield. It doesn't matter. We came for the contrast. When we agreed from source, in fourth dimensional, quantum realm, we agreed to come here to this third dimensional creation of ours. Yes, we created this, you call it a planet. We created this for us to have a new experience, for us to start again, so to say. Because in the Bible it does say that God has room for every one of us. A room for every one of us. That must mean it's ever expanding because every one of us is growing daily. The third dimension. So, what does that tell you? It tells me if you could look into the dark matter, you would see source. Ever expanding. There's room for all of us. That's where I'm from. Anyway, here's how you do it. Drop what's going on. Scream out loud if you have to. Pull your hair out. Stomp around the room. Throw a temper tantrum. Then stop and take a deep breath. And think about happy things. Put your mind's eye up here. Feel the source back here behind you, looking over you. Feel where your frequency's at. And try to raise it up. Think of happy things. Think of things that make you feel great. Think of the best times you've ever had and the times you are going to still have. Because in your world, that's the way it works. In quantum, everything happens all the time at once and it's just awesome. Anyways, that excites me because I spend so much time here talking. And it's hard for me as a quantum person being to come and deal in 3 dimensions. But I love you all so much that I'm willing to do it because that's what I came here for. James is getting better at this. Thank you, James. Okay. If you're falling into that trap where you're so stressed because of life's conditioning and circumstances happening every day, you're being baited. You're being baited by the third dimensional linear circumstance. And you're falling right into the trap, my kids. You're just falling right into it. You got to feel where your frequency's at. You've got to practice what I call frequency matching. This is how heavy objects are levitating. It's one example. But frequency matching. Walk up to a person, you can feel where they're at, if they're in a bad mood or a good mood. That's frequency matching. When I'm introduced to somebody and I know I have to deal with them for a minute, I try to match their frequency. Therefore, we will get along great. If I know I'm going to have to confront somebody, depending on how I want to handle it, I would consider my options, because I can lower my frequency and come off as a jerk if that person may need that. Okay, I'm giving you examples of how it can be handled, but at any rate, you control your emotions, and your emotions are what can either get the best of you or make life awesome for you. Three-dimensional life, awesome for you if you control your frequency. Keep it at a high level. Keep source here. Keep frequency here. And go forward. Walk through this life, and I guarantee you, if you can keep that frequency high, and you will be on the right path. That one thing, keep your frequency high, stay happy, and that will put you on the right path. And you will start seeing signs of synchronicity in your life. You'll start seeing number alignment on digital clocks. 2:22. Oh, it's 3:33. An hour later you look, an hour and 1 minute later you look, 4:44. It's just, don't ask for a sign like that, because you'll see it every time you look at the clock, and you won't want to know what time it is anymore, because you'll be like, I know. Anyways, that's called synchronicity. The people you meet, your timing, you'll be always at the right place at the right time. But let yourself be baited, controlled, and you will walk a random zigzag road that may or may not work out for you. I want to talk about substances in the three dimensions. There is angst. You're born there and you do not understand because of the amnesia that comes along with it. And as you grow up through this third dimensional life you're living, there's angst. People go crazy because they don't understand why we're here, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. They're deep in their subconscious. And that creates serial killers, and that creates all kinds of different things, when if they could just know the truth, they probably would have never went there. The angst of living, yes, that makes people unhappy because they can't control it, and this is why I'm telling you how to keep your frequency high, to stay happy, and your synchronicity on the right track, and you'll meet the right people, and and everything will fall into line like dominoes. Okay, well, other people fall into the opposite of that, and the only thing that will make them feel better is being drunk all the time, or shooting up that heroin, or even smoking pot on a daily basis. Well, I'm here to tell you this. I'm not passing judgment on anybody, because there's no judgment. There's just none. You're going to do what you're going to do here regardless. And that's why you came, to do what you're going to do regardless. You'll learn or you won't learn, but you'll come back. You'll die, you'll come back, and you'll learn or you won't learn. And pretty soon you'll get sick of not learning, and you'll learn, and then mankind will ascend. Keep yourself at a high frequency. Look for the signs. Anyways, if you have to do a bong hit every 2 hours, to keep your alignment high, stay happy, more power to you. But once it becomes destructive and adversely affecting your frequency, happiness, and alignment, then it's time to rethink things. At any rate, I would like to talk to you about language, words. This is a difficult subject for me because some of your words, where I come from, we don't need to have words. Everything is known and always has been. Some of your words, by sheer existence, carry great importance, more meaning than just here's what this word means, like the word time. When? Where? What time did this happen? Well, tomorrow? They used to have a phone number you could call to find out what time it is. Now, what is time, I ask you? Other than a word. Time is the way of measuring the rate at which your third dimensional realization flows past your understanding. And your hands of man had to invent a device for that, to measure it, to keep track of it. Well, that device required a word. And that word now carries way too much meaning. Way too much. Because time, it's got you stuck in a way of thinking about time. That's why I say it's got too much power. It keeps you stuck thinking that time is linear. That's yesterday. There's tomorrow. This is now. I'm sorry, but you're in 3 dimensions, and that's the way you kind of are born into looking at it. But I'm here to tell you that time is like this. A ball. And everything that ever happened, every breath anybody, including Jesus, ever took, every thought, every emotion, everything is in this ball. And it's all happening all at once, all the time, everywhere. In the quantum, nobody ever asks what time they're going to be there. Or why are you late? And so I have a problem with that word. And there's other words that I have problems with that hold too much power like that. That are invented by man because of something they think. What does some of your science, what makes them think they're so smart? I mean, yes, they are intelligent people, but they've only been in their third dimensional body, what, around the same amount of time as you, probably? But yet, they're going to tell you how to live. They're going to control you. Who are they? They're not your God. They're not... Don't be baited and switched into that. Try to wrap your head around what I mean by the word. The word for an invention that was unnecessary. Couldn't we have left, I'll be there in a while, well enough? I'll come to work when the sun rises. I'll meet you when the sun is at highest point, and we'll trade for barter for goods. I mean, man has to be controlled, so the government creates all this stuff and money and time and make you busy and frustrated, and you don't have, and now your frequency's falling and you're being baited and switched and you're unhappy. Because the longer they can keep you from ascending, the longer they can have their money play around in the third dimension. Long and short of it. Sometime within the next 200 years of your linear time, sometime before 23, 3,600. 2,300. Your American government on your Earth will achieve time travel. And let me ask you this. If you control time travel, do you ever need any time for anything? You'll have all the time in the world. So once you get that key, you are in charge. Now, America's in charge. We got that key. The thing is we've created great paradoxes, and we're constantly maintaining them, maintenance and changing this or that as we go. Oh man, this is going to happen because we did that. Then blah 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 blah, and it's a chain reaction down the line. But it was all by design to make us the strongest nation in the world, to keep them in control, to keep us from ascending, so they can keep playing around with their money. Anybody in that powerful kingdom probably knows of ascension, but does not want to. They're having a lot of fun here like this. And that's what they came for. Whatever you're doing, that's what you came for. If you're hearing me now, and you're going to change your life because of it, that's what you came for. You can have whatever you want, my children. Ask for it of the universe with love and grace in your heart. And then know that affirmation. Feel that feeling from what you may call God, that spirit. What that really is everybody from source. Everybody in the whole existence is in you. That's what God is. And you feel that power. And ask the universe. And whatever your request will be, it'll come to you from the strangest angle that you never saw coming. Don't ask, well, where's it going to come from? You blew it. Ask for it. Know you're going to get it. Be happy for that and let it go into the ether. And you'll be surprised when it comes to you from the strangest way. I promise you this. And from then on, everything will have a way of always working out. My partner, James, this guy, he knew this from the get-go. He hit the ground running, and he knew this, and he never played by the rules. He never said and did what society told him to do unless it made sense to him, and he was always provided for. He hadn't lived the easiest life. He had to learn how to do it and get better at it, but he was always provided for by source, by the universe, by the seat of his pants. And this is why he knows. And this is why I chose him. One last thing. If you have some decency, you'll live in high frequency, because I got one more thing to say. Try to talk in rhymes. Try to do it all the times. There's that word again. Because it'll keep your mind at a higher level. If you can speak in rhyme every time you're going to say a word, I'm sorry, it's frustrating to me. If you can speak in rhymes, it'll keep your mind at a higher state of activeness, more easily triggered into happiness, more facts will be shown, and more everything, more abundance. Practice these arts. I call them arts. Allow things to happen for you for the greater good. Don't give up the fight. And know that we are the aliens. We went back in time, we built the pyramids, we changed everything, and it's a form of control to this day. It's a time-released cover-up, and that's my main message. I will talk about other things and give you clues, but that's why I needed to come to James and get him to talk. To let you people know that you're not seeing UFOs. You're seeing time ships come in and out of magnetic laser runways, basically. It's like a runway, but it's a quantum laser, dimensional shift thing. That's what you're seeing. Yeah, you can't identify it, so you're correct. It's a UFO, but it's time. It's a time ship, is what it is, built by the American government, and we are constantly, always going back and forth because, well, there's no time when you own time, so it doesn't matter. It can be. It's all like this. It's all like this. Not like this. It's all like this. Okay, everybody. This is TargusM, coming to you through the man here, James. And we will talk again soon. I love you all. Okay, bye-bye. He didn't take off my glasses. Wow. Well, I wonder what he talked about. I was out of it for that time. Okay. Hope you guys enjoy it, whatever it is, and have a great day. Love y'all.